Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, we look at some stories trending in the world of sport. The under-17, under-20, they'll be going for AFCON, Egypt and also Algeria. And right now, the two coaches, Coach Ugbade and Ladan Boso, are fighting their teams. Well, their senior, let me use that word, that's Coach Peseiro, was at the stadium to watch under-20 playing against Junior Chipolopolo of Zambia. But right now, the under-17, he has actually met with them and is impressed with their preparation. Also telling them to work smarter and harder as they go for the under-17 AFCON in Algeria. I have in the studio Amechi Agbo. Good to have you.
It's a pleasure. Happy New Year, sir.
Your own Happy New Year is just coming. So it's okay. So you saw that story there. Our under-17 will be going for AFCON in Algeria. And right now, Peseiro is trying to at least give them that particular push to perform well.
Well, I think I'm also coming out from the stadium. This morning, they played a team from Lagos, Click Academy, and they defeated them 4-0. They also played another O team from Kaduna. 2 matches this morning, and that tells you how much serious they are in terms of preparations. And then I want to commend Peseiro for one thing he has been doing with the national team. He has been visiting the national team camps since they have been in camp for some time now, and I think that is highly commendable. I also recall that I think during the CAF Champions League or Confederation Cup, he visited one of the Nigerian club sides at their away team, just to give them that moral motivation, then to let them know that everyone is solid behind them. So the two teams are doing well, but then where I have issue is the under-20 team. The list should be out. The 25-man squad should be
by
out.
Now, right?
Should have been out by now, because the team was supposed to have traveled as at yesterday, and today also they didn't travel. So perhaps tomorrow, which is night, the competition is starting on Tuesday, on 12th, and they need to have been in Egypt earlier enough. So, but I understand, this last minute situation, a lot of pressures coming in. I recall the coach saying that somebody offered him a certain amount of money, and then he came or he denied it at a point. But the fact now is that the pressure on the team, the pressure on the coach is very, very immense. I watched the match against Chipolopolo a few days ago at the National Stadium, and I wasn't too quite impressed. A lot of work, are still needed to be done within that team, both from defense, midfield, attack, and even the goalkeeping. The goalkeeper, good and fine, he has tall advantage, but I think he is not maximizing that advantage. The goalkeeper trainer needs to work on that situation, because if you look at the 2 goals we conceded and the manner we considered these 2 goals, they were just the elementary mistakes that cost us those 2 goals, and it was due to the brilliance of the attacking players that were able to win that match. Otherwise, the Zambians came with a mindset to cause an upset. Be that as it may, it was a training match, but then it is meant for assessment of the team. And I believe there are 1 or 2 players I saw in that team shouldn't make the team unless they prove in training anyway. But again, a whole lot is going on. Pressure is on the team. I understand that there are 2 players that have been dropped. 2 critical players that have been dropped. These players are key to the coach. They are key to what he wants to do. Unfortunately, this is a country where we are very much comfortable doing the wrong things. There is no single under-17 player from the under-17 2019 under-17 team that featured in this under-20. Does that tell you a story? So all the players that played in that under-17 at that period, is it that age-wise they have outgrown the age of 20? Or is it that All of them were never good enough for the national team. If you go to other countries, you see progression from under 10, 13, 15, 17, 20, 23 Olympics, and then the national team. You see a player, the only player I think we had that had graduated from this sequence of teams is Mikalobi. Under 17, under 20, 23, Super Eagles. Why is it that we are not finding it funny? This is the issue with structure. You play under 20, under 20. Add up people to make up the team you want to build, but in this case, no. Let me build my own team from the air. And that's why at a point we are seeing foreign players flying up and down into the camp of the under 20.
And that has been under concern.
To struggle for shit. Does it mean that all the 20 EPL clubs we have in this country, all the 43 NLL clubs we have in this country, all the 100 plus something clubs we have in NLO, 1, 2, 3, do not have qualified players to play for us at under 20 level? We have a long way to go. But talking about preparation, the under 17, they are still doing screening because there are up to about 200 players still in the camp. Okay, let me say 100 anyway, still in camp. The matches they play today, different set of players executing those matches. They are still, preparation is still in at the formation stage. But under 20, we shouldn't be talking about preparation here. We should be talking about at least crossing our T's and dotting our I's, so that, in fact, we should be talking about analyzing our opponents,
our group,
looking at how they play, watching their videos and everything. We shouldn't be talking about whether are we ready. The team list should, the squad should have been available by now. Nigerians need to scrutinize this list when it is released. So what they are waiting is, the moment they release this list, maybe later this night or early tomorrow morning, pew!
They're already
the team is off to Egypt. And nobody will have any unless those some few journalists are close to the coaches that can talk to him privately. But on a normal situation, when a team is released like this, there should be a press conference. The coach should be asked questions. Why did this so player not in this team? Why did this player did this player make this team? So you'll be able to provide the explanation. We don't just operate in OPEC like is a secret court. No. Because a lot of issues are going on. People are angry. Players are even angry. Some players that feel that they are merited to be there, but maybe because they do not have somebody up there to talk to them, somebody up there to put the muzzle for them, they were being shifted by the wayside. So a lot of questions, and I believe this is why they are refusing to release this list ahead of time.
And holding on to that list not being released shows that a lot of things are going underground.
For sure. But the only concern I have is our coaches believe that they are serving the country, they are patriotic Nigerians. But then when they box you in a corner, you feel let me just gamble and pray that by the special grace of God, according to our coaches, we will do well. As a coach, you know the vision you have for a team. You know what you need to prosecute a tournament. You are not just going there to win a match. You are going there to win a tournament. You have 2 or 3 players you know that if you are sleeping tomorrow and they say, hey, you have a match today, you say, bros, come and be on this list.
Stand by.
And you know the guy is going to prosecute that match for you. In a situation whereby you are twisted to push these players away from your team, what do? You will now go down and then start praying to God, but God help me, by the grace of God. It is not by the grace of God. It's not everything that we disturb God with. You are a coach. You are in charge of this team. But because the powers that be twisted you are now selecting players you know. Not that these players are not good anyway, but you know the target you are setting for yourself. At the end of the day, you make do with whatever garbage they have packaged for you, and you go to a national tournament. And again, I have to warn Coach Ladan Bosso. The only person that went on second missionary journey and was successful was St. Paul in the Bible. Ladan Bosso went for his first missionary journey in 2007. This is his second missionary journey. The first missionary journey was a disaster. the second missionary journey shouldn't toe that line. If it repeats itself, history will not be kind with him.
Well, coming from Mechiagbo there, we've been talking about the under-17 and also under-20 who will be playing the competition there, where at the under-20 AFCON, under-17 AFCON, Algeria and Egypt. We just hope that we do the right thing in Nigeria, because the way we run our football, something must just be done. Away from that particular story, let's quickly digress. Let's move away from Nigerian story. Manchester United will be playing against Leeds United. Leeds United are without a coach now, although they have some backroom staff. But against Manchester United, who right now they seems to be having one sharp object that is actually pushing all the players to perform.
I said it immediately after the World Cup, when they started picking up forms and we are beating teams right, left, and center. I said, what's the name? Ten Hag did not do anything spectacular with Manchester United. The critical thing that was just done is Ronaldo leave us. The moment Ronaldo left, Rashford came from unknown world to limelight again. Where was Rashford when Ronaldo was there? He was benched constantly. Now, the only thing that happened within the enclave of Manchester United is a return of self-confidence. These players now believe that they can play. And there was less media attention on Manchester United. When Ronaldo was there, it was whether Ronaldo was played or not. If he was played, they will now ask you, how many minutes did he play? He was benched. He came in as a substitute. Okay, did he score? Did they pass ball to him?
Was he angry when he was removed?
It was just a serious distraction. Now the players now believe. And if you recall there was a time Fernandez said that we cannot play as a team. He did not mention anybody. But indirectly and directly, he was referring to Ronaldo. Because you cannot have a certain Ronaldo in your team and you don't play the ball to him. At Juventus, there was explicit instruction, play with Ronaldo. Dybala became an unimpressive player and they have to sell him. Now he's doing well in Roma. So Ronaldo left, Man U find their Jogo and they are doing wonderfully well. I am not saying that the coach is not bad, it's good, it's not good anyway, but the bulk of it is that their self-confidence is back and the players are given opportunity to express themselves. So today is a critical game because Leeds United are without a coach. But I would have loved a situation whereby they had appointed a new coach. If they had a new coach as of today, Leeds United would have beaten Manchester United.
Just the way it happens to Everton,
yes.
Arsenal.
If Leeds United have had a new coach, they would have beaten Manchester United today. But because they don't have a new coach, the players are still saying the backroom staff, the mentality, the defeats and everything are still there. But if they had had a new face on the dugout, it will be a motivation. Even if they didn't win, it would be a draw. But today is another win for Manchester United.
I love the fact that you are actually picking from Sean Dyche, Everton, Arsenal. That match where he actually shocked the Arsenal fans across the world.
You understand, Aston Villa, that was, if you remember when Steven Gerrard was there, the players were struggling. At a point, no matter how winning and everything you are as a coach, there must be diminishing return. It is a natural law you cannot avoid. It is going to set up in Manchester City, even though they have their brouhaha now. But the issue is, at Chelsea, Thomas Tuchel was doing well. At a point, there was a decline. When the players continue to do the same routine every day, the same routine every day,
no challenge,
no challenge anymore, no difference anymore, they will feel relaxed. And once they feel relaxed, they start playing against the coach. And when the coach is booted out, a new coach comes in, a new formation, a new system. Everybody wakes up. And that was what happened in Aston Villa against Arsenal that period.
Everton.
Against Everton. So it is a situation here at Leeds United. But as I said, they don't have a new coach. And their league sequence has been very, very poor. And they are they are playing this match without the 6 players who have been on the injury list. But again, I am concerned for Manchester United because Casemiro will not be there. He is serving one out of the 3 expected matches, which FA is also looking at whether to extend it to 4 matches because they are looking at describing the event against Crystal Palace with Hawks as violent conduct. If it's a violent conduct established by the FA, it's going to be 4-match ban. But now it's a straight red card. Is going to observe 3-match ban. Now, Casemiro is out of the match. Christian Eriksen is out of the match. Theo is out due to injury. Now Manchester United midfield is hollow. And if the coach is not good enough to find a need to not up that space, I think Leeds can hurt them.
Let's see if Leeds United, despite not having a coach, will be able to do something against Manchester United. A big match there for Manchester United. They want to also take the advantage of not seeing anyone at the dugout. Well, match is still there now. But quickly, let's talk about the Club World Cup. Al Hilal has done their own. Right now, they are celebrating for the fact that they were able to do this. And you have Al Ahly, who will be facing Real Madrid. Can they beat the Los Merengues?
Anything is possible. Real Madrid is coming to this competition at the nadir of their season. They have been very poor and woeful of recent, including the 1-0 loss against Mallorca. And that was the last match they played before they jetted out to Morocco. Now, they are coming to meet a rejuvenated Al Ahly that defeated Auckland in the preliminary to keep this date today. And Al Ahly has been doing wonderful, the most decorated, successful club in the world. In the world, I did not say Africa.
Course, yes.
Now, they want to make a name. They've won the bronze. They've not played in the final. This is the opportunity for them to play in the final. And they are meeting Real Madrid at a point they are weak. So if they can capitalize on that, it should be an advantage to them. Even if it is half goal, let them score it.
Let it be goal.
And let's see an African in the Club World Cup final. And again, kudos to our own Super Eagles striker. He has not retired again now, so he's still current Super Eagles.
Odion Ighalo, right?
So he's not retired again. So Odion Ighalo, he played 57 minutes yesterday. Flamengo, I was a little surprised by the quality of players they have. We even realized that former Chelsea defender David Luiz is in that team.
Yes.
So
Marega, all of them.
They have this quality experience going for them. So it was a nervy game for
Flamengo.
Al Hilal yesterday, because they just won that game because Garson got a red card in the last minute of the first half. So if it was 11-11 game, I think it would have been a different story for them. But then, kudos and congratulations to Odion Ighalo. Last year, Chelsea stopped them from reaching the final, and this year, they are in the final. Will he be the first Nigerian to play in the Club World Cup final and also win the Club World Cup, the first Nigerian player? Anything is possible, but I am praying to see Al Hilal and Al Ahly in the final. Possibility anyway.
What a way to go. If Al Ahly defeats Real Madrid tonight, it will be a historic meet between them and Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia, where Odion Ighalo will be facing African most decorated, in fact, the most decorated club in the world. Al Ahly, they have a lot of record, but a tough one between them and Real Madrid. Now we move away. Let's talk about the FA Cup. Sunderland will be playing against Fulham, and if you look at that, FA Cup fourth round replay, who will win this battle?
Well, Fulham has been a rejuvenated team. I expected them to beat Chelsea in the second match within a week, but they were unable to repeat what they did at what's the name of their club stadium? I've forgotten. But then at London Stadium. But then they are going for a replay against Sunderland. Sunderland, the former EPL Craven Cottage, I beg your pardon. Sunderland is a former EPL campaigners, and then they have gone down to League One, then come back again to Champions League, and then they are playing their trade in EFL. Fulham, I think they are going to carry the day because they've been doing fantastically well in the league. But then you cannot take the form of the league to the FA. These people who are not playing the EPL always have this mentality that they can come and then wreck your ship on the way.
It can be very difficult because you see all these teams, they can always fall giant. And we quickly look at fixtures coming up in German DFB Cup and also French Ligue 1, French Coupe de France there. Nuremberg against Fortuna Düsseldorf. Borussia Dortmund play away to VfL Bochum 1848. Those are the games slated for the German DFB Cup. And let's look at French Coupe de France fixtures, Angers, Nantes, Moses Simon there, Auxerre Rodez, you have Lille against Lyon, Paris FC against Annecy, Toulouse versus Reims, where you have Falani Balogun scoring so easy, Grenoble away to Viersen FCY, Marseille play versus PSG. I think that Marseille PSG should be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, it's the star match of the day, but Olympique Marseille have been very much on the decline slope of recent. So, and again, contrastly, the PSG has been on the ascendancy. It's going to be a one-way drive for PSG.
Let's see if that will actually stand, as Amechi just said. PSG, Marseille, a big one there, giving you update concerning those two fixtures. And before we go, let's take two gossip stories concerning transfer. Newcastle United will compete with Manchester City for midfielder James Maddison of Leicester.
Of course, I was surprised that he still remained at Everton. After the summer transfer and even the January transfer. I don't expect him to remain at that club in the next summer. I mean, Leicester City. And again, another guy expected to leave was Taliman. Those two guys have been very, very instrumental to Leicester City's run of form last season. But this season, there has been a decline in form. And maybe it's time for the players to seek for a new adventure.
And you take the last straw that has to do with Manchester United. Qatari investors right now be so confident. They hope to win bid for Manchester United takeover as Glazer family seek a £6 billion sale. Qatari investors there.
I think there should be concern in EPL. The Asians,
the way they are coming.
The Asians are trooping into EPL with massive investment. They have just to be very, very careful. Beyond sports, what are their interests? Beyond sports, what are their interests? But then they want to put their money where the heart is, and you don't expect them to not to come for investment when there is opportunity. So, well, good and fine. If they buy Manchester United, they are going to be another big house as they were before, but it's going to increase their fortune and massively influence what they are going to do in the days to come.
Well, let's see if the Qatari investor will finally get that particular sale done to them, because right now they are so confident that they could match that particular match of £6 billion to get Manchester United in their fold. That will be it on 360 Sport. I'm Peseiro. Thanks for coming on the show.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.